Hello, everyone. We're back again with another episode of Chinet, and a very warm welcome to all of you. Chinet is the agentic commerce podcast exploring how brands are building in an AI world. In 2023, Darshan Kaur Khalsa walked into the Shark Tank India season 2 with a pitch for dog ice cream. All five sharks said no. 6 months later, she merged Waggy Zone into Pets of Paradise. She brought in co founders and launched new products. Then she started building a pet food company targeting India's 70% first time pet parent market. The sharks weren't wrong. Dog ice cream alone probably was too small. But Darshan took their advice, refused to give up, and built something bigger than Waggy Zone. In today's podcast, we're going to talk to Darshan Kaur about how she's building Pets of Paradise and how was the journey in listening to no in the Shark Tank to building a successful business. I'm Rachit Magan, and our guest today is Darshan, and she'll be talking on what she's built after the Shark Tank. Hello, Darshan. A very warm welcome to Chinet. And Darshan, if I've given a small introduction to our viewers, but if you could say a few lines on anything what I might have missed.
Nothing, actually, you covered it well. The only thing I missed was that I have been damn scared of dogs. From there, my journey to getting into the pet space is something that I'm very proud of. So, yeah.
Wow, I was very damn scared of social media, and I'm doing this. I think we're at our 50th episode now. So, from one founder to another, I think when you start, facing your fears, you end up into something successful.
Correct, correct.
Right. But yeah, super. So let's start. Yeah, let's go back to Waggy Zone, right? You started Waggy Zone because I think you had dogs and they refused to eat during summer, and your vet has suggested ice cream, but I think that of course sugar and all is not allowed to dogs. So walk me through that time. How did the idea come up, and how did it evolve into Waggy Zone?
So, like I mentioned, I was really scared of dogs. And, when
Right,
you fall in love like that, you see a Shah Rukh Khan movie where there's music behind and there's love happening everywhere. That's
right,
how I believe I fell in love with my first dog. So, when you actually are a converted pet lover,
right.
you're so enthusiastic about this whole experience of taking your dog. And it's like a first time experience. You never
Hmm.
experienced that love, right?
Right.
And you want to explore every possibility, and so i
Correct.
i resonate very well with the 70% of the first time pet parents, because you're very excited about how to raise this creature that is so cute, that is so excited, and what do we do with this, right?
Right.
That's how my journey also started. And I would attend a lot of pet events because you're very excited, you feel, let's go meet other pet parents, let's see what happens.
Right.
And there, what I saw was basically that there would be chicken rice. This I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
almost 11 years back. Now my munchkin is like 11 years. No, now she's 13 years old. Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like that back. So we would just see
Right.
that there was chicken, rice, and vanilla ice cream. And
Hmm.
my background is into manufacturing of ice creams with my
Right.
parents. So my family business has been into manufacturing of ice creams. And the first thought that came to me was, why only vanilla ice cream for my Tyra? She's my
Hmm.
first one. I was like, why only vanilla ice cream when we
Right. Right. Hmm.
people came and they were like,
Right.
इसमें शक्कर है क्या? इसमें दूध है क्या? And I'm like, huh, of course, like ice cream has milk, sugar, and everything,
Correct.
flavors, everything.
Right.
That's when someone told me, ki, bro, they are not allowed sugar and
Yeah.
milk, and you can't be feeding this.
Correct.
But,
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Right. Wow. Of course.
because my dog, like you mentioned, would stop eating during the October months, and which in Bombay is something
Hmm.
very known because retreating heat आ
Yes.
जाता है वो time पे, तो people
Hmm.
also don't feel that hungry. Dogs tentatively stop eating food. Veterinarians would generally then recommend ice cream, and because there
Okay.
was no other option, vanilla ice cream was suggested.
Hmm.
So that's how I started digging, then doing my research, made for my pup. But the community is so strong of pet parents that they
Right.
themselves started promoting the ice cream.
Wow.
and then they pushed me to make it a brand.
That's super. So you were already part of like a pet community back when.
Yeah. I mean, it's very natural as a, like I said, if you're a first time pet parent, you don't know what to do with this creature, right? It's as good as you becoming a mother for a human baby, right? You don't know
Right.
what to do, and what you do is you go to an experienced mother and be like, "Ki, how to handle this?"
Correct. Very true. And with Waggy Zone, you scaled it to almost 200 stores, 20,000 dogs served before the Shark. This was before the Shark Tank episode. That's solid distribution, right? And with that, and it's a new category in a way, right? So in that, what did that teach you about about category creation in a very different, like a non D2C sort of a way?
I think it was very tough, to be very honest, because one, when I'm building that product, the consumer doesn't come back and tell me about the product.
Exactly.
Right? It's the buyer's perspective about your product, which is totally going to be different, because the buyer is going to see, Acha, my dog smelled it, did that, did he like it, did he not like it? But the
Right.
consumer might, which is the dog in this case, might not eat it even because he's not feeling well. I don't get
Right.
a direct respond from the customer. So that was one of the biggest challenge I feel, that, the consumer couldn't tell me, and I had to deduce with my research, my understanding of dog behavior. When I'm talking even about events, for a small thing like that, in an event, ideally, a lot of times dogs don't eat.
Right.
And as a brand, you feel suddenly, oh shit, my ice cream is not good, or my food is not good. But then when I started studying, I understood that pets feel very overwhelmed, right? And they have a 180-degree vision, so they can see what's happening till here. So they are very scared suddenly when there are so many dogs, so many people around, and they want to secure this food. They don't want to give it away, but they can't eat either because you're in anxiety, right?
Right.
So these were some learnings that I learned, and then giving them sample at their home was a better option. So these kind of things where you don't know their behavior. So that's one. Consumer didn't speak to me directly. I had to deduce the results.
Right.
Like you mentioned rightly, there was nobody doing it that point in time. And while others feel that, oh wow, you created this, it's a challenge, because competition is always healthy. Competition is
Exactly.
always good. दिख रहा है यार इसने ये किया, at least I can now not make the same mistake. But now you have to learn by hit and miss, trials, errors. You're going to make that, and you're going to learn, which
Yes.
consumes a lot of your time, effort, and money.
Of course.
And you come to a point where you're burnt out, because you're like, bhai, what am I doing? Like, there's nothing coming in. There's only just outflow that's happening.
Right.
So I feel these 2-3 things which made it very tricky. But by and large, I feel the advantage of doing all of this was that, one, I connected with a lot of pet parents at a grassroots level. So the community started building slowly.
Right.
I started connected with a lot of people from the industry. That community also started getting a little more strong.
Right.
So I feel like I should have shut down Waggy Zone 3 years back.
Right.
That push came from the community of pet parents and the pet segment side also, where they were like, अच्छा ये लड़की कुछ करने की कोशिश, let's help, let's
Right.
she's doing something different. The advantage of it was also that I was not a competitor to anybody.
Right. So everyone was very welcoming to you as a brand, right?
Able to survive and all. I saw the other side of it, because I also feel that they didn't have anything much to be scared of from me.
Right.
Rather, to an extent, I got so much help that my first event, I didn't have the cash then कि मैं 10,000 दे के एक stall लूं
Right.
at Dogs Affair. It happens in Mumbai. And he runs this brand called Shake Hands. So he was the first one. He's like, you don't pay, come and be a part of my stall.
That is
But
so
just be
sweet.
there, do it, sell
Right.
it there. And of course, we'll figure out the commercials. But he was like, okay, you know what, you're doing something new. Come, I'll
Right.
help you here. Which was very warm to me. I was like, okay, he's actually helping. But then I was trying to sell my ice creams to, because I came from an ice cream background. I was like, okay, I'll sell it in Nature's Basket. I'll give it to
Right.
Hyper City, all these
Correct.
places.
Right.
Suddenly, there was this FSSAI issue, which I didn't know. They were like, we cannot keep animal food and human food together.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's when again Amir Ali explained me that he's like, you're going to the wrong place. You should probably be at the pet spaces, pet store. Then I had to
Right.
understand that
Wow.
B2B space, right? So
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, there were too many things that I had to learn at the same time.
Hmm.
So either you can create a category or you can create a brand. I feel it gets too tricky if you're trying to build both at the same time.
And of course, being new to the field then gets you a lot of there are a lot of variables which you don't know beforehand.
Absolutely. And then I gave a freezer also in somewhere in Bangalore. I tried it on, but then there were issues with that. Then somebody from
Hmm.
the ice cream industry told me that, hey, our cost of a very big company told me that, hey, our cost of freezers and repairing the freezers is much higher than actually selling the ice
Higher.
cream. So don't get into it if
Correct.
you don't have that capacity with
Right.
cash.
Right. That's why you started the powder, the freeze at home
That
line.
actually, because I happened to get an invitation from USA because
Hmm.
that market is still much more mature than Indian market, right?
Right.
And I'll come to what I mean by mature as well. But when that happened with me, and they wanted me to produce there the
Hmm.
ice creams, and then there were a lot of legalities, in
Right.
that process. So what someone told me is that if you can create a powder, one of the lawyers suggested कि अगर आप कुछ ऐसा बना लो your responsibility of the complete ice cream reduces.
Hmm.
Chances of you being hit because she said कि वहाँ पे सूप बहुत जल्दी कर देते हैं, उसके
Hmm.
लिए आपको अलग से इंश्योरेंस लेना पड़ता
लेना
है. So
पड़ेगा,
there was
yes.
too many technicalities which as a startup and a newbie where you don't
It
have a lot of
becomes
money,
difficult.
it's very tricky.
Yes.
So she was like कि आप क्यों नहीं कुछ ऐसा कर रहे हो जहाँ पे आपकी liability थोड़ी कम हो रही.
Hmm.
So then we thought that, okay, what should we do? And me being the ALSI one who doesn't really cook a lot at home and will always
Right.
run for something tricky to make one. So that day I was just making the soup and other stuff, and I was like, why, if there can be soup, why can't there be
Hmm.
ice cream in powder format? जिस पे आप ice cream डाल रहे हो, mix कर रहे हो, freezer पे.
Right.
Now the timing was very good. Luckily, that idea hit me just when I think just 1 month before COVID happened.
Hmm. Right.
And while the others were crying about COVID because the businesses were not doing that great, but for
Right.
me, from selling like 30, 40 pieces, I jumped to 300, 500 pieces
Wow.
in a span of 2 months. And
Wow.
that too, if you see my old design, it's really horrible. It's just that simple sticker डाला हुआ है,
Right.
वही flavor है banana blueberry का, but you're
Right.
like कि ठीक है. And this one brand, it was Pepsi. Now they've sold it off. A very
Hmm.
young couple from Australia that started that brand, and they became good friends my age. So they were just like, well,
Right.
it's a good idea. Why don't you give it to us? And I
Right.
was like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah, let's do the listing and see. And I was like, okay. She did it, and it just went like really viral where people started ordering, and she alone would sell 300 pieces. That's how I was like,
Wow.
okay, there is potential, here.
Right.
And that's how we slowly shifted to powder. So I actually did the powder because this was like, this is my home ground. Let me test here.
Then you can move there. Very interesting. Yeah. What happened in Shark Tank and what happened after Shark Tank? If you could brief tell us about
So
it.
just a little background to that is that just before, so when I went to Shark Tank, actually it
Mhm.
was recorded almost about 6 months पहले. I think
Right.
February में दिखाया and हमारा recording हुआ था I think September October के आसपास.
Hmm. Right.
आया नहीं तो we thought कि नहीं होने वाला because वैसे ही मुझे तो funding नहीं
Correct.
मिली and they were
Hmm.
like very less percentage chance है कि अगर आपको funding नहीं मिली वो फिर भी air
फिर
होगा.
भी arrow. Right.
So we really didn't have much hopes. And I was already, that point in time, my ice cream was at 199 MRP.
Hmm.
And I thought ki my business was anyway not being able to expand. So I was not in a very good space, and I just felt ki it's time that I shut down.
It had plateaued, basically.
Yeah, plateaued, and also there were too many other complications that were coming in because आप उसको बढ़ा नहीं पा रहे हो, तो you're not being able to stretch anything, and it's a very seasonal product. But बाकी के आप overheads चला रहे हो, right? So there's a
Of
point
course.
at which you're like कि ठीक है अब इसके आगे what next to do,
Yes.
especially if it's a seasonal product.
Hmm.
And I was trying to export, but वो हो नहीं रहा था. Like I mentioned, there's a lot of
Right.
paperwork that had to be done.
Correct. And
So
especially in food export, it's even like it's 10 times more. Right?
correct. And that too when you don't have a category. अब जब आप ऑफिसर्स से भी बात कर रहे हो भेजना है तो दे क्या भेजना है, तो हम
हाँ.
लाइक डॉग आइसिंग, दे अरे ये किस में जाए. They only have a category of food. अब वो food के अंदर they generally expect it's going to be non-veg. तो उसकी टेस्टिंग ही अलग है। आई एम टेलिंग देम इट्स वीगन, तो दे आर लाइक कि बट फिर भी आपको टेस्ट तो करना पड़ेगा बिकॉज़ दैट्स अ क्राइटेरिया।
Correct.
टेस्ट क्या करूँगा अगर उसमें कोई मीट ही नहीं। यू आर लाइक फ्रॉम एवरीवेयर यू आर ट्राइंग टू एक्सप्लेन देम कि भाई दिस इज़
Right. Hmm. Right.
right, but I don't think that was a very good idea, to be very honest with you, because the sales remained the same and was reduced, and I'm like, oh, fuck, what mistake did I do?
Revenue went down, but the
Yeah, because the
number of
sale almost stayed the same. I mean, it increased fractionally,
right,
but
but not
not
like
as
crazy.
much. So I
Hmm.
was at a loss of words. But
Right.
exactly at the time, I remember it was New Year's Eve, and I took this decision. So
Mm-hmm.
January was when we were preparing for summers,
Mm-hmm.
and Shark Tank happened during the summers, like February it
Hmm.
started. So it was a good time. I could scale up, but still I feel proportionately like it increased by 5, 6 times. But proportionately, what I expected the sales to go with that rate going down,
Hmm.
it didn't happen that way.
Right.
So they did it. I mean, of course, then my team started putting out that Shark said, and we heard it, and so we made it 99. But it was a decision which I had made
Happened
earlier.
before.
And then suddenly, in the Shark Tank thing, it's saying 199 bahut mehenga hai, this and that, and then it becoming to 99. In
Right.
a way, it was a good controversy because people from then out of India started calling me up, and they're like, "Ari, आप कुत्तों के
Interesting.
लिए आइसक्रीम बनाते हो? This is so nice. We would like to see it here. And आप छोड़ दो $2 क्या, just $2 for us."
Right.
So that exposure that I got, which I was intending international exposure, that was brilliant with Shark Tank.
Hmm.
Also, it was an eye opener to the aspect कि आप एक category को कितना ही बढ़ा लोगे, unless
Hmm.
like my target was to become Baskin Robin in the pet space, but वहां पहुंचने के लिए you need a different kind of things, right?
Right.
So that's when I realized ki boss, if I have to survive, there's something has to be done. Either you are expanding, which I was trying, but
Right.
the point is if you're getting into treats or food or anything else, it's a very high capital gain.
Right.
बिकॉज ऑलरेडी मार्केट में बहुत लोग हैं, तो या तो आप
Of
परसेंटेज
course.
दोगे या तो फिर आप ब्रांड बिल्डिंग कर रहे हो, दोनों में आपको कैपिटल की जरूरत है,
Hmm.
राइट? Which is where I felt that was my advantage. ऐसे कैटेगरी में थी which didn't exist, but I realized कि now either it is आप export कर रहे हो and then with that one product you're scaling up,
Right.
or if you want to be in India, then you need more
Correct.
array of products to
Right.
build.
Either you go vertical or you go horizontal.
Correct.
Yes.
So, but then I was thinking of shutting it. Then I spoke to my friend Hari, who's now my co-founder as well, and I'm
Right.
like, bro, I think मुझे shut कर देना चाहिए. And will you just take this and take care of Waggy Zone till I
Hmm.
figure out what to do? Because I'm just lost. I don't know what else to do. तो तू कुछ time ले, I'll take a break. And
Right.
he just said कि, you know what, एक काम कर, तू आजा. He's from Chennai, so he's like, come here. We'll have a cup of coffee and we'll figure something out. And I have something in mind. So Pets of Paradise was ideally his brainchild,
His
where
brainchild.
he's been into the distribution space for a very long time, and he's like, I want to
Right.
build a D2C brand. And we have two other more co-founders, and he just asked me that, why don't you take up the part which you really like, which is content,
Right.
community. Even I didn't know I
Correct.
like that, to be honest. He showed me the reflection. He's like, over the period of 8 years, you've built this thing.
Right.
People trust you, people know you.
Of
And
course.
you just have to go and talk. And, I was like, this doesn't sound that difficult.
Right.
Because I told him, मेरे साथ 1+1 में Waggy Zone तो आएगा ही.
Of course.
So if you want me, Waggy Zone comes with me. And he was
Right.
happy. He's like, yeah, why not? I've seen you work hard on it.
Right.
Why not incorporate that as a part of Pets of Paradise itself?
Hmm.
And so that's how this happened. So a lot of people feel
Amazing.
that Shark Tank, nahi mila funding. But I feel it's not only about funding.
Yes.
That 3-day rigorous process.
Hmm.
And one, it's not scripted. I mean, a lot of people ask, is it scripted? आपको सब पता होता है क्या होने वाला है? No, it's not. The first 30 seconds, they kinda prepare you.
Mhm.
That too, आप खुद ही अपना lines लिखते हो because you know about your business.
Of course.
But वो थोड़ा help करते हैं because a lot of us are not very confident with Hindi.
Hmm.
we don't know the right words to use.
Right.
Also, like now in the reels, you need a hook, you need a statement, you need how
Hmm.
it has to go. They kind of help you with those things, because as a
Right.
founder, it's very difficult for founders to know what content to say,
Hmm.
right? So, and also they help you understand where the stage is, where to stand. Suddenly, if there are, I mean, it is daunting because you don't see the five sharks prior to that episode,
Hmm.
right? You're suddenly presented in front, but at least सब कुछ नया नहीं है.
Right.
आपको स्टेज पर लाइट्स लोग होंगे, आपको पता है कि वो डोर से आपको एंट्री कर.
Enter करना.
दोस फ्यू थिंग्स आई काइंडली फील यू आर प्रिपेयर्ड देन.
Hmm.
उससे भी ज्यादा वो जो 3 दिन जो प्रिपरेशन, you are only thinking about your business and business structure.
Hmm.
And I
Right.
feel that was a very good insight, because now suddenly you're out of your pond. You don't see it anymore the way you're doing it. There are people there who are now questioning you. वहाँ
Hmm.
पे एक finance के बंदे भी होते हैं. मतलब they help you if you
Got
need
it.
to understand some words, because
Hmm.
as founders sometimes we don't know some words that might be used. तो वो
True.
लोग एक ट्रायल राउंड आपके लिए रख रहे हैं कि you know, some finance advisors are going to ask you. They'll not tell you what to say. They'll
Hmm.
never tell you आप इतना परसेंटेज मांगो, आप इतना ये मांगो.
Hmm.
बट वो आपको यू नो क्वेश्चन आंसर वाला सेशन हो जाता है, तो यू आर एटलीस्ट लिटिल कॉन्फिडेंट कि क्या क्या क्वेश्चन पूछ.
Hmm. Right.
So yeah, that was it. The mistake that I did was I was not prepared from marketing aspect, which now I feel the founders are way more prepared. Like मेरा तो पहले ही हो गया.
Hmm.
Now when I see season 3, season 4, I'm like, okay, लोग इतना preparation कर रहे हैं, before, after, सब record कर रहे हैं. हमने तो कुछ नहीं record किया. तो I have only this one picture जो वो लोग नहीं दिया था हमें कि भाई तुम्हारा ये picture है.
ये पिक्चर है. Right.
And that too वो लोग ने दिया because मेरा air हुआ. People जिनका
Hmm.
air हुआ उनको तो picture 0.01% founder जिसको luckily air हो गया, even after not getting the fund. So yeah, that way I consider myself very lucky. But yeah, so I feel, you know, that whole atmosphere where they force you to think
Hmm.
financially of your business was
Right.
a good turning point for me, because I realized कि bro, what you're doing is not how a founder should actually run the company.
Hmm.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
think
That
वो
it's
इसके
a good.
आसपास आप सोचो 5 शाख आपके business को literally they are cutting it down, right? I mean the episode came for hardly 9 minutes, but that whole thing in the tank you're there for 30 minutes to almost 1 hour.
Right.
So वो जितना आपको penalize कर रहे हैं, जो questions
Hmm.
पूछ रहे हैं,
They're
it
getting into like every nitty-gritty small things and yeah.
which is actually good, क्योंकि आप मतलब if you see it as an experience perspective, I feel it was a brilliant experience because I got to learn a lot about my mistakes.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Fair.
that
Yeah.
was
That.
in a
That.
nutshell Shark Tank experience. It was
Yeah. No.
nice.
That's.
I mean, I personally don't feel bad that I didn't get funding.
No, I think, yeah, I think at the end of the day, it was a very good learning experience, and that's what led you to Pets of Paradise. So that's
Absolutely. Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. It was
Because otherwise, I think, but yeah, I think it's a very, very solid experience to, to reach there and then come back from there and then come back stronger. That's also.
Finally, I kept feeling that I didn't achieve anything, because जिस
Hmm.
company के लिए मैं गई, मैंने वो company merge कर दी. So in my head, I was just like, oh my God, you know, you have that imposter syndrome, which now is very famous as
Right.
well. But you're suddenly
Yes.
feeling that because you're like, boss, why are they thinking that I am somebody when I actually did nothing there, you know? But slowly I realized it's not that they actually see you got the deal or you didn't get the deal. For
Yeah,
them,
exactly.
you could come out of that
Yes,
fear of being judged.
absolutely. Absolutely.
And which a lot of founders, because I asked a couple of founders, I was like, what's the big deal? मतलब एक तो मेरा फ्लॉप गया, कुछ मिला नहीं, ऊपर से तुम लोग ऐसा मेरे को यू नो के झाड़ पे चढ़ा के बैठे हुए हो. And they were like, नहीं, हमको कोई बोले तो हम नहीं जाएंगे. And I was like, why would you not go? So
Hmm.
that's when it clicked to me where they were like, oh shit, they were scared कि करोड़ों लोग इसको देखेंगे.
Exactly.
What is my perception कि बेइज्जती हो जाएगी.
Exactly, 100%. And yeah, and the fact that that having people judge your business and whatever you've done for in front of in national on national television itself is a big thing. And then coming back and and then acha theek hai nahi hua, and then this is what I'm going to do, and then still fighting for it. That's, I think, that itself is a
Yeah.
very, very big thing. And even getting there itself is a very big, there are thousands, there are, जैसे you're talking to founders who are saying कि अच्छा हमें मिला भी तो नहीं जाएंगे, but for every one of that founder there are at least 1,000 founders who just try and never get it right, like,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah. There's
have
so much process that is there.
exactly. Now let's come to Pets of Paradise. So you were at Pets of Paradise. You're, as you rightly said, that you focus on content, community, meta ads. It's a very specific sort of a marketing role. So now are you the CMO at Pets of Paradise, or are you something else?
I love this question. I have to say, whoever wrote this, yes, I am the CMO, but I think I do everything else as well. Like my recent meme went saying that as a founder, you are compelled to be a content creator. I
Right,
think I also do some bits of HR because I'm managing the team. Then there are
right.
times when I'm actually holding my founders and making them also do the content. So I think in a nutshell, I do everything that is required by the company to be executed.
Right.
But yeah, I'm the CMO and I majorly take care of the content community part of the system.
Superb, superb. And you're also a pet wellness coach, if that's from your LinkedIn profile. What does that mean in practice?
So actually, pet wellness coach is basically I had been studying more about holistic healing for pets. I'm also an energy healer, which is something I had been learning for I mean, it's been more than 7, 8 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And in that, I specialized more with animals because my observation was that if a pet is with you, it kind of absorbs your mood, your characteristics,
Hmm.
and sometimes just picks up your energy.
Hmm.
In which, when I went more in detail, there's a lot actually your animal is doing to regulate your emotions and to regulate the house's energy by and large.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's in a nutshell, not getting more detail because it gets very technical in terms how they mirror our our
Right.
entire aura and stuff like this. So I'll have to break it down, but in simple terms, it's majorly how they mirror our emotions.
Hmm.
And I have seen this personally a lot of times. My dog will suddenly become aggressive.
Hmm.
And I have seen that that's the days when my husband's having a very rough day.
Oh. Hmm.
Or if my dog is very low, I have seen that, okay, my husband's having a very low day.
Hmm.
My first one, Tyra, whom I told you, because of whom everything started.
Right.
There are times when if I am about to fall sick, she would fall sick. So a lot of pet parents I was noticing for the
Hmm.
fact that I used to go and, be at stores and give them ice cream myself.
Right.
I had observed that there was a lot of characteristics with a pet and a pet parent had in common. A lot of time,
Hmm.
even the flavor that I would offer the dog would pick up the same flavor as the pet parent would have wanted to pick up. So yeah, when I started seeing the small things, and I just started observing that this is a very curious pattern that I am seeing, and so I started studying a lot more, and then I realized that they do absorb a lot more energy, and they
Hmm.
are very soft like babies, like how you have small kids at home and they will just become a replica of the parents.
Right.
These animals, dog or cat, tend to pick up a lot more energy of the family.
Hmm. Than you think. Yeah, that's true.
A
And they
lot more
understand much
than you
more.
think.
Yeah, that's very, very true. And how did you bootstrap a community? Like how did you like while of course I think the products were not there. So like how were you going to people, reaching out to them and getting them onboarded into the community?
So how it started is I actually, like I mentioned, I already had a couple,
You had yeah, right.
I had about 100 pet entrepreneurs in my group.
Okay.
And yeah, I was running a group for women pet entrepreneurs.
Wow.
And it was because I had won Nari Shakti award in
Yes.
Amsterdam. And when
Right.
I won that award, when they gave the award, they said that we give you this award, but after you won the award, you have to take a responsibility of the community.
Okay.
So they were the people who actually introduced me to this whole concept that, oh, you have to nurture a community, right?
Right.
And this was, I think, in 2018 or 19, if I'm not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So they said that if you take this, it's not just you won. Now
Right.
you are at a pedestrian, so you have to take a responsibility of the people who are with you.
Right.
What community will I build? And they were into women entrepreneurship, right? So they said you will
Hmm.
have to do for women pet entrepreneurs in Maharashtra. And I'm
Wow.
like, oh, this is too niche down.
Very niche down. Yeah, right.
When I entered the industry of pet space, I think majorly interacted more with men. There must have been women, but I interacted more with men.
Mm-hmm.
So in my head, I was like, यार 4-5 से ज़्यादा तो होंगे ही नहीं. I
कैसे
thought I
लाएंगे?
would search
Correct.
for it. But now we are like 100 women in that group, by the way.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, so that's how that already I had, and then I knew a lot of pet parents also because I was personally selling Waggy Zone, so I knew bunch of dog
Right.
parents as well. So when I merged and we started making, I just circulated it. Also, I anyway do a lot of events or networking, so I would just tell them that hey, we are building a community.
Why don't you
And
join?
I feel like because we didn't have a product,
Mm-hmm.
they trusted us a lot more.
Hmm.
And they were willing to share it to their society groups.
Right.
So yeah, that's how it just started with that
It started.
word of mouth.
True. Amazing. Yeah. I think that's probably that's the only real way you can grow a community, right? That's you cannot. There are a lot of brand-based communities which do rewards for for the most active member, and then they say that okay, if you do referrals, then you'll get this and that. That's good once you have a decent community, but to start, that doesn't work because then you get
No, it didn't. Also, I
right.
think on Instagram, what worked the most to get the community grow was when I did the 45-day cat parenting challenge.
Oh, right.
It was, I mean, I took it up, but then it became too tedious because now you imagine 45 days consistently you're giving them capsule bit of information, which the whole team is trying to research because one, I am not a cat parent, I'm a dog parent.
Right.
So
Right.
suddenly picking something which is out of my character. My team also at that point in time didn't have a single cat parent. We were all dog parents.
Right.
So having to learn about that behavior and then putting it into a capsule format where you're saying it in 30, 40, 1 minute max on Instagram was crazy, right?
It's hard. Yes.
But I feel that was a brilliant learning curve for the team and me. And at the same time, I feel like constantly when you're hitting for 45 days, the algorithm started getting so trained that our cat parents, like just started flooding in onto the Instagram.
Right.
And the interaction became really lovely. I think those small things that you end up doing, like I said, if you're giving something, like a 45 day, we just kept giving where there was nothing, no lead magnet. Like there was a couple of lead magnets, but that was basically to give first aid kit list or to give them what food is not allowed and those kind of stuff, right?
Right.
But yeah, that helped us bring a lot of people into the community.
Very, very interesting. So community building, yes, of course, there's a lot to learn from you with respect to that, but also performance marketing, right? Like I remember the other day we were talking about performance marketing, about meta ads, and how you also also teach a lot of co-founders performance marketing. So if you have to point one or two things which D2C brands do wrong when they run meta ads, what would that be?
So it got a little tricky when you suddenly have an agency, okay, and you are giving them 50,000, 60,000 rupees. You are also giving them money to run the ad. आप नहीं करके एक 1.5 लाख रुपए का खर्चा उधर. Of course. Now, when you don't know the platform, the anxiety that you go through, now you are asking the person every day. कि क्या स्टेटस है क्या स्टेटस है दे विल टेल यू यार 3 दिन रुक जाओ देखने तो दो लर्निंग फेज है ये है एंड योर क्या लर्निंग फेज है मैंने पैसे डाला आई वांट टू नो व्हाट इज माय रिटर्न right so also when you know the ROAS which is return on your ad spend 2x 3x they'll be like 2x 3x hai okay but now the agency doesn't sit down and tell you what is the break even ROAS that you require it is going to be dependent आप कितना स्पेंड कर सकते हो कितने आपका रिटर्न आएगा right as a founder आपको ये पता है but now because you don't know technicalities you're not being able to guess that ये जो कर रहा है ये right कर रहा है या wrong कर रहा है right so that is how I started talking to founders and I'm like bro if you're doing it at least you know the platform कराओ तो तुम उनसे ही of course I will always say agency या team तो तुमको लगे कि तुम खुद बैठ के तो ad नहीं right but at least you know that 5-6 metrics that you have to see that you have to check and a couple of questions which I also feel then your team when asks you you're very helpless because you are like right so over a period of time every founder has to end up learning I just feel कि अगर आप पहले ही थोड़ा platform समझ लो it's a easier conversation and it is then you know the kind of agency you are also booking right क्योंकि कई बार वो बोल and you know the kind of message they'll send you recently also someone sent कि अरे हम तो 4-5x तो कर ही देंगे Someone who's promising that, now my point is you don't know my category. You don't know what is running. You don't know what kind of ads
Right.
are going to run. You promising me 4 to 5x is itself can be a red flag, right? And a very good agency that I have worked with or good team, they will always tell me कि 1 month trial होगा. हम समझेंगे, हम learning phase में रहेंगे, रखना पड़ेगा for your trial and error only. So you are
Right.
mentally prepared, right? You're mentally prepared कि यार इधर गड़बड़ हो सकती है.
हो सकता है.
That I feel कि आप अगर किसी प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर लगा रहे हो पैसा तो अपना प्लेटफॉर्म सीख लो, कोई बात
समझ
नहीं,
गए.
क्योंकि at the end it's a channel, आपको ही आएगा. The second thing that I feel is, and this I learned on the way, is that my agency or the team will know performance marketing की technicalities. They know how meta work. They know कि structure
Right.
of a ad में होना चाहिए, फिर body होना चाहिए, फिर CTA होना चाहिए, वो उनको पता है. But they don't know what my audience wants because
Yes.
I know what pain point I am solving. So when you both work together, आप as a founder आप जब बात कर रहे हो performance marketing वाले
Right.
कि like अब I'll give you example, जब हम cat food का they'll be like कि अच्छा ठीक है जेनरिक आपने किबल अच्छा नहीं है, ये वेट फूड डाल दिया, जो जेनरिक दूसरे लोग कर रहे हैं आप कर रहे हो.
Right.
बट व्हेन आई एक्सप्लेन देम कि बॉस जब आप दूसरा खाना ले रहे हो आपका कैट सिर्फ 30% खाना अब्सॉर्ब कर पा रहा है क्योंकि उसमें न्यूट्रिसेटिकल पाउडर्स है. हम बायो अवेलेबल इंग्रेडिएंट्स डाल रहे हैं जिसका मतलब ये है कि अब वो खाना आपका कैट 70% अब्सॉर्ब कर पा रहा है. Now when I explain you this and I start with a hook, then they came with a hook saying ki, okay, you're feeding your cat fillers.
Right.
You will help me structure it, but I have to tell you ki boss, this is the problem I am solving.
Correct. Yes.
And only as a founder you know because आपने उतना research किया होगा to understand कि मैं ये कर ही क्यों रही हूँ business. Right?
True,
You will do it
true.
because there's a demand, which means there must be some gap or a pain point which you're solving.
Which you're addressing. Right.
Correct. And now, after that, I mean, Andromeda update had come, I think, a year and a half back. वो अभी everybody is seeing because of reels and stuff, right?
Right.
So it's also the fact that now Meta has become very, very strong with AI. तो वो क्या कर रहा है, वो लिसनिंग कर रहा है. आपने वीडियो डाला तो पहले आप टारगेट वारगेट सब डिसाइड करते थे, अब वो
Right.
इट इज ऑल्सो सीइंग कि आप क्या डाल रहे हो, वो पूरा एनालिसिस, उसमें आपने कैट फूड इतनी बार यूज किया होगा कि वो वर्ड्स उसके लिए वो पिकअप करके उसके साथ वो वर्क करना.
Right.
So I feel these are a few things that you have to learn because as a D2C founder, I feel Meta has become a very important. But I will also say don't be dependent only on Meta ads. I mean, you do other stuff as well, like events and other things also to increase your top funnel ka entry.
Of course.
Because I think beach mein jab Andromeda update had become too famous, everybody's ROAS had gone for a toss, right? So I feel being that dependent gets a little tricky, but you can crack it. I very strongly feel if you are coordinating well with your agency or your team.
Agency provider. Right.
Yeah.
Fair.
Also,
Yeah.
the second thing is people put only 1 or 2 creatives. I mean, this is the thing that I have seen. Ideally, when you create a campaign and an ad set, you should at least put about 7 to 8 creatives going into that same ad set. Then it becomes more like a football game, right?
Convert. Right. Correct. And if the person is also sees like 1 or 2, like they'll see the same creative 2-3 times, then they also get irritated. They're like, यार ये तो
दिखाता है मेटा
Yes.
की frequency बढ़ गई है ना. If your
बढ़ गई.
frequency has increased, which means कि वो capture ही नहीं कर पा रहा है, how is the behavior happening? So there is some technicalities which I feel you should know.
Right.
Then it's easy for you to have a conversation at least. वो चले नहीं चले is a different story. But
Right.
my point is that at least clarity रहेगी conversation.
Amazing. Darshan, thank you so much for the lovely answer. And for all our viewers, that was Darshan Kaur Khalsa, she's the co-founder of Pets of Paradise. And you can find them on Instagram. They do some lovely content and they also have a community for pet parents. And you can join that. And it's a very active community where you can ask questions. And of course, their products speak for themselves. So I won't say anything about that. But you can follow her on LinkedIn, on Instagram. And yeah, thank you so much for joining in. This was Chinet and I was your host, Rachit Magan. Until next time. And thank you so much, Darshan, for all your insights tonight. Bye-bye.